listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
Again, and you're listening
to
Active FM.
To Active FM.
To Active FM.
FM.
to Active FM.
Rwanda, with a man called Nash. Yeah, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. It's Fearless Eagle from Master Topic.
Fearless Eagle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what's your nickname?
Nickname?
Yeah.
It's Rwanda. I don't have a nickname.
You
I don't have a nickname. I'm Rwanda from the Let's Talk show.
Yeah.
I don't have a nickname. I know I do the show with the AKA Bruce Man. You know, his name is Musa.
Oh, so you don't have the AKA?
No.
Let's get an AKA.
The nickname and the AKA, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, some people their nickname is the same as the AKA.
So what's the difference?
What's the difference? Depends on how you view it.
I would have
'Cause,
answered.
yeah, different
AKA is
people
a
have-
rapper.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. That. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. And you?
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Because our show is Let's Talk show.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the topic?
What's the topic?
Yeah.
Tell us. What's the
So
topic?
today we're gonna be talking about music. Yeah, sounds that define your soul.
Hey. How did you come up with that? What came to your mind?
No, hey, it was actually interesting the way the whole topic came out.
Okay.
Cause there was some jokes.
I feel
and
like I'm
stuff
about
that
to
came
write a
out.
book.
Hey.
Okay, I'm listening.
So yeah, we're trying to get a topic.
Yeah.
Ideas came out, and then we started
Some is
speaking
scary.
about souls. Hey, in fact, Luando started speaking about
Okay.
souls.
I was there also.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, he's actually gonna mention. He's gonna mention the stuff that he spoke about souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silence. I was hearing. Hey, silence. There's sounds that come out of silence. And stuff like that. So yeah, please explain to us. Hey, explain to us.
Okay, we're gonna delve into the context of the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, man, we do. I can say we do live together, and
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't sound wrong. Yeah, because we serve together, we work together. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen you, man, stand strong. You know.
Yeah.
I've seen even your show. Getting out there. How do you do it? The first time I actually met you, you didn't have a beard.
Hey.
You know,
No.
you've
that's-
grown.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Yeah.
So, how are
Yeah.
you managing?
Nah, in fact, yeah, there's a lot, but I think it goes back to, what your priority is in life, because what your priority is in life will also determine on, like, the different things that you do, what you focus on,
Mm-hmm.
how you view life, how you face challenges and stuff like that. Yeah, it goes back to that. So with myself, one thing that I can say is, even though there's like doubt, uncertainty and all those stuff, but it's always been that thing of, God. Like you focused on God, and sometimes you feel like, hey, yeah, I'm doubting what's happening, but you still go back to, God, because, God's the one that's got your back. It's the one that's taking care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do feel like there's actually a miracle in being transparent.
Yeah.
Because we can always learn from people,
Yeah.
but it depends. Whatever we learn from people, that actually influences our potential decisions. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that only depends on what we learn from people. You know what you gotta keep learning more,
Yeah.
You gotta learn more, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
someone out there, because you transparent, and probably they going through doubts. We are here in this world. We have challenges,
Yeah.
and it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you more advantage to something than the other person, but you find that what you less advantage to, the other person is more advantage to. You see what I'm saying? So you are already mentioning the fact that, you know, sometimes there are doubts, and there's someone out there who's actually, you know, listening to the show.
Yeah.
And would you like to be more transparent when you say there are doubts, and how do you overcome that? Do you understand? Because I think it's like, let me paint a picture for you. It's like we're in this place and it's scary. Okay, I am in this place and it's scary. It's dark. There's no light, nothing. You just hear these sounds, man. Already was the name of the show. It's about sound. So you hear these sounds like jackals, and do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can hear a lion roaring, and you're not sure what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The sound of an ocean. It's dark. You can't see what's happening. It's obvious. It's scary.
Yeah.
But the fact that now I know, wow, Nash, I can hear Nash's voice. Do you understand? That comforts me. And as much as we look at life and we see whatever we see people, they're smiling and all that, but the world within ourselves is very, very different from the world within us. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you become transparent when it comes to your world within you, the other person is like, wow, you also go through what I'm going through. It encourages them because now they see, like one who is in darkness can see or hear that, wow, Nash is also here, so I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? So they can see that, you know, Nash is also in the same struggle, you know what? And that can encourage them. So would you like to just give us more, you know, about like doubts and how do you overcome them? Like, be practical, if I can say that.
Okay, so
I feel like I'm interviewing you. I'm so sorry. We're both doing the show. Yeah.
In fact, you can even add on top if you have something as well.
Okay.
Okay, with myself,
Thank you for the opportunity.
it was actually that thing of, okay, before I got exposed to, you know, Christ, the word and all the stuff, I would always, you know, turn to music. And yeah, it's funny, like sounds and all the stuff. So like myself, I would always turn to music. And yeah, it's listening to music, trying to create music and stuff like that. And that's how I'll deal with situations. And then, you know, watching movies, motivational videos, stuff like that. And then after getting exposed to Christ, then I found out that all of those things that I knew outside the word that actually was wrong. It was wrong. Then I was like, okay, if that is wrong, then what is right?
Yeah.
Then, you know, like through reading the word, you actually find out, oh, okay, so this is how you're supposed to react to this. This is how you're supposed to deal with this. And with myself, when it comes to issues, you know, doubt and all the stuff, it's always that thing of God has me in the situation, and like there's tests that He puts you through. And with myself, on a practical level, it was always that thing. I know the world calls it deja vu, you know, where you see something and it feels like it's not your first time seeing it, or you're in a situation and it's not like it's your first time being in that situation. It feels like you've been there. Yeah. So with me, it was always that thing of I'll dream of something or of myself being somewhere, and then the event happens. And then I recall that dream, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I dreamt of this. And knowing the word, it made it even more clear to say that dreams are the language of God. And this is actually God telling me, you here at this particular time, and it feels like nothing's happening, but I have a plan. There's plans that I've put in motion. And it's even awesome because when I go into the word, you even read it that God has plans to prosper you and all those stuff. And seeing yourself in a situation where you dreamt of this and then it happens. Yeah. For me, it was always that thing of there's doubt, but seeing all of these different things happen, it's confirmation to say that I'm in the right path and God has, you know, my back and all those stuff.
Okay, I will extend from what you said.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the past, right? No, let's try to paint pictures. So I'm looking at the past, and but I am in the present, and the current situation that I'm facing, it's filling my soul, myself with doubts. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah.
I can use the past to overcome the doubts that I'm facing. You know. So, and one of the things that's, I believe this is just a way to overcome. If you look at the story of David and Goliath, so you have all the Israelites. You see, the only difference was the past.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? How have you been with God in the past? Do you understand? So how Saul was with God, how the other soldiers were with God. Do you understand what I'm saying? And how David was with God, and now they're facing a doubt, a giant. I'm calling a giant a doubt.
Yeah.
So they're facing a giant, and the only way to overcome is to look at the past, right?
Yeah.
And when David looks at his past, he can see how God has saved him from the lion. But when the soldiers, they look at the past, God doesn't really look so good. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I believe that in order for us to really, because we go forward, but what determines how you go forward? How far will you go as you go forward? You know what I'm saying? And I believe that is actually determined by how you have experienced God in the past.
Yeah.
You see, so and I believe that's just a biggest way, and in simple words, it's actually a testimony. That's what it is. That's what a testimony is. You know, and we said the name of the topic. It's sounds that define your soul, or a sound that defines your soul. Now it looks like we have just taken another direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that, and Nash will be giving you a few types of music. Am I right?
Yeah, it's basically, your different genres, when it comes to music and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we do get different genres that are out there. Now, before I even touch on that, what's your favorite, style when it comes to music?
Yo, man. Can't say hip hop.
Yeah.
I almost said beats. We were going to laugh at me. It's like beats, man. Okay. I think, wow, how to answer the question? What do you call that, Hillsong worship music? What, like the worship that we do at church? Soft, so gentle. It's filled with the Holy Spirit. Filled with the Holy Spirit. It's filled with the Holy Spirit. What do you call it? Like like where you are. Man,
It's worship.
What type of music do you love?
It
Like-
is worship music.
Like, that music that's filled with the Holy Spirit. That's the one.
No, you do get praise, and then, it's
Yeah,
worship
so that's
music.
praise and worship. But
Yeah.
rock
spiritual.
rock is nice.
Yeah.
I guess you can just mix. If you interested in terms of music, you can't be like in one box. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can do a worship song, praise and worship, a soft, slow song.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you mix that song, that instrument, with like a hip hop beat. Does it make sense? So you
No,
have
it
different
does. It does.
sections, like you normally have your traditional way of organizing music. So
Yeah,
where you have
yeah.
like your chorus, your verse, your chorus, and then your verse, your chorus, your bridge. You see?
Yeah.
So you can mix that. There are those guys. They I think they from somewhere in Europe. I know they played in Australia. Somewhere in Europe. The guys are called, I think, Two Cellos.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
they're
yes.
good. They're very good. They're
Yeah,
very
Cello
good.
Brothers, yeah.
And sometimes I listen to that and I feel like, specific as Christians, we giving God less.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you can
Yeah.
use that. You can use like KB, hip hop KB. You can mix those things.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the same time, you can do, is it EDM?
yeah.
Yeah.
EDM.
So yeah, I guess I just love music, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever that falls under music. I would actually listen to your ancient music just to get the style and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what can I learn out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm just gonna mention like just 9 genres. Obviously,
Okay.
you do get your first being blues music, and then you get your classical music. I felt
Okay.
like, when you're speaking about soft stuff, like, hey, classical stuff, hey,
Yeah.
right there, you're probably in that section. And then you do get country music as well.
Mhm.
There's electronic music, folk, hip hop, jazz, house. So that's like just a couple of
House?
genres, yeah.
Didn't even
Right
know that a house can be a type
Yeah,
of
you know.
music. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So that's a couple of genres.
Yeah.
And you can do what you said, where you can mix genres. I mean, you do get lo-fi, low hop. You get all those different types of genres that they can mix. And with myself also, because
You
I
do
do
hip
make
hop.
yeah.
In fact, the reason why I
do-
wanted to do this topic is because you do hip hop beats. You know.
Yeah.
So tell us more about that.
No,
Do
like
you,
okay.
do you rap?
Come
on, man.
Yeah, I do. I
Drop
do.
some verses. Not the biblical verses.
No.
I mean the ones that you write. On
Yeah,
the book.
like John chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I do. I do rap, but I prefer not freestyling.
you-
I'm not a freestyler.
Okay.
Yeah. I prefer, writing, and then after writing, then record, put the song together, release.
How
That's
many
me.
songs
I'm
have you
more,
recorded?
There's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Last time I
I can't
checked,
count.
Lot was the name of someone.
Not,
So what do you?
No, there's. I prefer doing EPs.
Okay.
Cause with myself, I don't like writing a lot, like an album. 12
Yeah.
tracks and all the stuff. So I prefer, 5 tracks, write 5 tracks, record, put it out there. And there's a couple that I have done that are out there, and you can listen to them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I think I should. I think I should. In
Yeah,
fact,
it's-
I'm gonna listen to your
Christian,
songs.
Christian rap. So
Yeah.
that's obviously with myself. I think if I never got exposed to Christ, I was gonna be doing secular music.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
after
most of the
getting
guys
exposed
are.
to Christ, you're like, wow, okay, there's actually this.
Mm.
Like, this
Most
is
of the
nice.
guys are, but they don't rap sense.
Yeah,
It's
That's
the
the
other
other
word, nonsense.
Yeah, that's. yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. Hey,
Yeah.
that's very true.
You know? No, it's sad.
Ish.
It's sad.
Yeah,
The stuff. I also used to do hip hop, but I used to do it in. I was, a bit disappointed when you were mentioning the types of music, because you didn't mention like, your mpakanga, the Zulu type of music, the Xhosa music. You know what I'm saying? But at least you did mention house. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's a serious question. I'm not trying to joke.
Okay, what's the question?
Does house originate from South Africa?
I wouldn't say it does,
Okay.
but obviously we have things like your amapiano, which
Yeah.
say that came from South Africa. Yeah, we're proud.
And I do feel, in a way, that we're not inventors. Though we have, specific as African people, you know what I'm saying? Though there's so much potential, but we always influence, We have to be able to, we need to be able to invent music.
Yeah, I think the problem is, our day and age, we like fast stuff, and because of that, we
Fast
became,
food,
we
fast car.
became-
Okay, fast car. I love fast car.
we became lazy in a way.
Yeah.
Cause like I would listen to back then the 80s, the 70s,
Yeah, I
yo,
know.
there was creativity with their music.
Sure.
Like there was actually creativity. Like you listen to the way they put the song together, you're like, sure, hey, these
It's
guys were
true.
creative. Now Now you just get a quick instrumental loop or whatever, however they made it, and then a person just repeats words, and then it's like even like your mumble rappers, they just mumbling on the beat, and then the song is like a hit. Like what?
You know, babe, like a leaf fall on the ground. When I saw you, I fell in love. And then he raps that in the whole song, repeating the same thing. Like what, man? Are we here to listen to the dynamics of your voice?
Ish. Yeah, yo.
Come on.
But that's our day and age. And then they'll add some auto tune there, you know. And then because of auto tune, it sounds a little bit different. And then people are like, that's a hit.
Yeah.
No,
But
like
it's
your
depressing.
your Island Boys type of situation.
And these AKAs that they have, my man, hey, they make you think, like, maybe this guy will rap sense, you know, because his name is deep. The AK is deep, and then you go listen to their music. It's so shallow.
Ish.
Yeah.
Hey.
So now, I mean, listening to what you're saying, you know, based on your statement, so it's not just the context that people give when they rap.
Yeah.
But now, what I'm also getting is the fact that even the culture of how to do things, you know.
Yeah.
This morning I was actually thinking about the fact that I can like just have one line, sing one line. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I compose that one line, but at the same time, not just have a beat, but also compose a beat. Because you can have different sections in a beat that sounds different, even though they gel together. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but now there's the culture in our creativity. I think it's I don't know, it's lacking, if I can say that. You know?
No.
And that's another thing that we need to change. You know, because if you're gonna come praise God with a work beat, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we have to skill ourselves.
Yeah. No, you do need to get educated in the field, the area, and all those stuff. Like gather the knowledge, and
You also
can't
play
just come and do the
drums.
things.
Makes sense. Wow, this guy is too much. He does
But-
beats. He plays drums. What's up?
No, you know, okay, yeah. In fact, I wanna take it back with music. If we go back to the origins, you know, it started with God. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, music itself, was created by God.
Yeah.
And one thing that I got to understand was, like, you use music to worship God,
Yeah.
and you can use it in different types of genres. You know, whether
Yeah.
it's house, whether it's whatever genre it is.
Yeah.
You should use it to glorify God, to worship Him, and all those stuff.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when we go back to the two sides that exist, you know,
Yeah.
you got God's kingdom and the devil's kingdom. And one thing that I did back then when I was, you know, doing like studying and all those things, one thing that I actually found out was the devil, you know, when he was Lucifer, music used to come out of him.
Yeah.
So one thing he does have knowledge, you know, of how powerful music is. And when you take it to our time, he uses music to in a wrong way, if I can put it that way. And that's obviously to lead people astray, you know, to get souls to go to hell and stuff like that, where you have your industries like your Sony and all those things, you know, where people, they sell their souls and then they become famous and then they start using their talents to get souls to go to hell and stuff like that. And when you look at what happened back then, you start seeing that the problem is how you use it. You know, are you glorifying God, or are you glorifying something else? Because if you're not glorifying God, you know, it can be money, it can be fame, you know, stuff like that. You actually make it a god, and you using the music to glorify whatever that is, you know.
Yeah.
And if it's not you glorifying God, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's actually a problem.
It's true.
So it's that thing. I think that's where also the creativity lacks. Because if you go in the Bible, you take a person like David, hey, David wrote songs.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, wrote songs, and he wrote them, to glorify God. Sometimes it's stuff that he went through. He wrote a song on
yeah.
things that he went through, but to show that I was in this situation and God
It
took
was
me out.
transparent.
Yeah.
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 Like you were in before in
Yeah.
the beginning of the show. Okay. So here I try to get a definition of what music is. So they say, let's define music.
Yeah.
So I feel like no one can answer this question. There are things that we know, but to define them, where you gonna start? Like that object that's behind the other object.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so hard sometimes to define things. So it says we can probably, most of us agree that it is sound. Yes, silence is part of that sound. But can there be any music without sound of some sort? For me, that sound has to do something. It cannot just be random noise meaning nothing. There must be some purpose to it. So I use the frame that conveys emotion. So it's a sound that conveys emotion, and then they speak about the fact that there has to be like an element of rhythm. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what music is. But it's so important when it comes to your emotional being influenced by that sound. You know what I'm saying? I know when I was looking at the texture of music, I know there was a role. It's called tone color. So what you do with that, you actually use certain sounds to bring a certain emotion. You know what I'm saying? So, and in fact, that's how we started the show. The sound that defines your soul. Now, taking the whole concept with what we have been talking about, what is the sound that defines your soul? Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you sad? Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we listen to like depressing music. I mean, what kind of a song do you listen to when a girl broke your heart? I'm just asking. But there are sounds. You know what I'm saying? There are sounds within us. You know what I'm saying? There are sounds within us, and in fact, let me say this: if you're someone that has joy, that means there's singing. Think about a place where people, like David says, you prepare a table for me. Do you understand? So it's all about the feast. When we feast, that means we celebrate. There's music. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the question is, are we living life that's without, do you understand what I'm saying, that sound that can make you dance? You see what I'm saying? Within you, do you have joy? You know what I'm saying? I think it's in the book of Zephaniah, I'm not sure. It says, God is actually saying, I sing over you.
Yeah.
David speaks about the songs of God, unfailing songs of your unfailing love. You know what I'm saying? And do we hear God singing over us? Because somehow, like I can give you an example. You're so sad, and what is that sadness singing over you? Do you understand what I'm saying? If we have to come within you and we really listen, what are we going to hear?
Yeah.
Because even crying is a sound. People are crying out there.
Yeah.
People can when they make music, they can use like a voice of someone crying, and they put that as part of the instrument. Do you understand what I'm saying? So within you, are you crying? Everyone sees that you're cool. You got it all. You got some chains, some bling bling. You know what I'm saying? Man, you got it all. But within, if we visit you inside of you and where you're crying, we might as well just think maybe your heart died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's rough and it's real. You are alone right there. I remember how my life used to be without Jesus. It was scary. Within me, it was everything. It was so bad. I don't know. It doesn't matter. In fact, I was lonely. I was alone. I was in fear. I was not sure about anything. It was just scary.
Yeah.
And I realized that more people, they actually live, to understand, on that. And what happens now when that's your world? You think the things outside, they're going to fulfill you, and you attach yourself to them. But you find that these are just things. They don't have life. So your world now becomes even more worse, because whatever that you were putting your hope on, you realize, wow, this thing can't offer me anything.
Yeah.
So now
yeah.
you're even more hopeless, because you can't find anything that can give you hope.
Yeah.
You see, so that's the thing. So we believe that you were blessed by Mr. Nash, fearless eagle.
And one.
Yeah. There's a bird. It's called something falcony.
A falcon.
There, man. Thank you for correcting me. It's so fast.
Mm.
It's so fast. It's the best, man. There's no animal that's faster than, not even an eagle.
Yeah, no, but I still stick to my eagle, because
No. I don't take an eagle for granted, because it has its own features. There are things that are unique that it can do.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So fearless eagle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm fearless too, man.
yeah, we really do hope you are blessed by that. From myself, fearless eagle and Luando.
Yeah.
We're gonna love you and leave you. Peace out and God bless.
I'm going to fly now.